This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Not Your Normal Discussion. I am your host who has finally returned, Queen Pedii.
Welcome back, Queen. Put the crown, nice new hairdo, love it.
Oh,
You're looking like
yeah.
one of the muses from Hercules.
Yes, honey.
And I'm Nina.
Sorry. I was like, girl, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, are you muted?
No, I was going to be able to be done.
You said what?
I was going to be able to be done.
I was done. I've been done.
I
I was
Patricia
waiting.
was like, yo.
Yeah. And
Like,
finally,
oh, go ahead.
and finally, it's your boy Tryst, still bringing you hits from the beginning to even a possible exit.
All right. All right, so I hope that everybody had a great week. I took couples photos with my baby. There, honey. Even though I felt like I looked fat, he told me I look beautiful in those pictures.
Y'all look good. I was like I said, I was liking the matching. Y'all look good.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. We matched with our black and gold, and it was just like, oh, done. The pictures were taken by our former co-host, Blair and
Samurai.
Samurai. Where did Nina go?
2 eyes.
Not her.
Yeah. Tell us about your week, Nina.
Well, actually, let's go to you until she's over there.
So, for the members of this podcast and also some of our special viewers, y'all know since the pandemic, I've been dealing with issues. I ain't been working. I've been dedicating time to this, writing, YouTube. But your boy, he's employed again. He's working again. So, out here back in the workforce.
Heck yeah.
Hopefully I'm ready. Hopefully they're ready for me.
All right.
Hi.
Well, while she's getting that together, I forgot to let you guys know I am recovered from surgery. Okay. And it was a long road, child. It was a long road. My stomach still itches, so that's why my tummy's itching. But yeah, my tummy's itching.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
A lot better?
Mm-hmm. Don't mess with nothing else.
Okay. That. Okay. So, I've been a lot happier. I've been loving myself a lot better. I don't know if y'all could tell.
Let me see the glove.
Yeah. So I'm a lot happier. I've been doing things. I've been actually learning a couple of things. I learned about a couple of crystals this past weekend with Chelsea, which her husband was on our show, Jaden, for a little while. So she's teaching me his hostolic,
Holistic.
holistic. Girl, you know I can't pronounce
It's
nothing.
okay. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm
Holistic
here.
healing and wellness. So that's something pretty fun. So we learned about 9 different crystals. One of my favorites right now is the tiger eye. It's supposed to help you be more brave. It has to do with your stomach chakra,
Okay.
one of them. So, I've learned about that. I am doing big things, moving big things. Can't say yet. Gotta wait a while. But what else am I doing? Stressing. which I'm having to learn to shot. Besides that, Jack is in karate.
All
So I'm gonna send y'all
right.
pictures and you could videos. He's adorable. And so he does karate now on Saturday and Mondays. Um, so my eyes twitching now. But besides that, I had a lovely weekend or week.
Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Oh, I do have an update to one of our stories real quick.
Okay. You wanna do it when we come?
Yeah, we could do it when we come back.
Okay, okay. All right. So you guys, it's time to tell you guys what we're going to be talking about in our show today. Yeah. So our first topic is going to be, are vigilantes hurting or helping the community? Our second is going to be about Trina Daniels and where some moms go wrong with raising their sons in dangerous amounts of misogyny. And last but not least, why do people don't tip when they don't want to do the job, and an update on the 6-year-old that shot his teacher. All right. So let's hear a word from our sponsors. Let's travel to a world of holistic health and witchy wellness. Baywild is a homeopathic-based business that strives to provide high-quality, handmade essential oil and holistic products. Our goal is to supply you with your everyday essentials, whether you are on the go or relaxing at home. We dedicate ourselves to finding the right blends and products for you and your family. Shop at Baywild. A to Z Creations is a Black woman-owned business that creates customized items such as rolling trays, clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more.
Okay, so let me update you guys on the topic I brought up last week about the 6-year-old boy who shot his teacher. So because of that, Portsmouth school system has now going to put metal detectors in every school. Sorry, did I say Portsmouth or Newport News? Okay. And so again, just in case, it is a Newport News school system that is putting metal detectors because of the 6-year-old shooting. When I went to church this past Sunday, we actually had somebody who was a teacher, and she's like, teachers are sick and tired of these parents that are saying, do as I say, not what I do. And she's like, the kids are learning from you. So if you're out shooting, that's what your kid gonna do. They're gonna go out and shoot too. They know where the gun is because you're showing it to them. If you guys want your kids to go to church and you drop them off, they're not gonna stay at church. They're gonna make sure that you leave, and then they're gonna walk right out and skip it, and then return when it's getting close to time to be picked up. She's like, how? And then you feel like the teacher should be the one that making sure your kids got good grades instead of your kids. making good grades, making sure that your kids are doing what they need to. But instead, we go to these parent teacher conference getting upset at the teacher instead of at your kid. Where have the times have gone? This is not right. We need to uphold our children and ourselves as parents to a higher degree. And I was like, wow, that is true. I might expect my kid to do something if I'm not doing it. So
Yeah.
raise your kids right. Raise them is basically my motto that I do for like when I work a job. I'm not gonna make you do anything that I'm not willing to do myself. If
Mhm.
I ask you to do something, it's because I would do it if I had the time.
Yeah. I feel it's unfortunate for both parties, you know. Little kid brought a gun to school, shot his teacher. Teacher got shot. It's a sad situation all around.
But he waited a long time to shoot that teacher, though.
Maybe he was waiting for her to do whatever. Because see, this is what I wanted to talk about on the last show, but I wasn't there. But we
He was
don't know what she
premeditated.
was doing. We don't know what she did to that little boy. That's the thing. A lot of these teachers, they will treat other kids very nicely and then single out one kid. Because I've been that kid that got singled out.
But I
Did
don't
I
think they would
ever
do
say
that
I
in
want to
kindergarten.
shoot? Oh yeah, they do that. Oh, they do that. Oh, I could tell you so many stories about children who had a different race as a teacher and they downed them. I'm not saying that's what she did. I'm
Mhm.
saying these things do happen and maybe that's what happened. I'm not saying it did and I'm not saying it's right. But parents, lock your guns up. Make sure that the kids can't get into it because this is how we stop these kinds of things from happening and stop people from getting hurt.
Or don't take it out when your kids around. Your kid don't
Well,
know where it's at.
I mean, I'm not necessarily
They should
against
know
like
where it is. I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, no, I was gonna say I'm not against like, like as a family going, like if you have the property, you have the space, shooting, you could do it
That's
safely.
hunting.
But
Yeah,
well,
safely.
hunting, let's say like skeet shooting, whatever. But teach your kids respect for a gun, teach them
Yeah.
respect for life, and don't go out shooting in anger. Don't practice anger at home, and then be surprised when your kid practices anger in the school.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is that the only update you have for that?
Um, for this episode, yes. I'll probably do more later episode, or I'll, send you a video about more. But yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to our next commercial break. Welcome back, y'all. All right, so let's get to this topic of whether or not vigilantes are hurting or helping the community. So, if you are in DC, you already know. But if you're not in DC, you probably haven't heard. But uh, a homeowner decided that he was going to be Batman. Okay. And he decided at 4 in the morning that he was going to go outside and check out um kids breaking into cars. But see, this is where he fucked up. He shot one of the kids and killed him. And guess what? They weren't even going into his car. Well, you know they're not. Okay. They weren't messing with any of his property. And he shot this boy, 13 years old. His name was Karon Blake. I First off, I want to say my condolences to the parents. My brother actually knows these people. So I I don't understand why people believe that just because they have a gun that they can go ahead and just go crazy. This is not the Wild Wild West. This is Washington, D.C. Okay. We are not Florida. We are not Texas. Just because you can get a concealed carry does not mean that you should use that concealed carry at any point that you feel like, oh, I just should. You were not threatened. This child was unarmed, and it was 4 a.m. Call the police. Unless he was breaking into your car, there was no reason for you to come out your door. And even if they were breaking into your car, you could have yelled out the window and said, I've already called the police. They're on their way. And they would have scattered. They're 13. These are little kids. Like, and they're saying that they had already allegedly stolen a car, and that's how they even got to where they were. But I don't understand. Why would you shoot someone that's not hurting you?
In the same way that police protect property, he was like, I am the deputy and I
Nigga,
deputize
I'm
myself.
sorry.
But
It is actually a nigga. I'm sorry, it's a black person, by the way. Go ahead, girl.
my thing is, do they have a neighborhood watch or anything like that in that area?
I don't know. I know that it's not part of my
And
neighborhood, but it's
my thing
part
is that
of
at the
it.
end of the day, it's the parents' responsibility to make sure that their kid is in the house. So
Yes.
I am upset that yes, that a child
Mm,
did die.
yeah, yeah.
It shouldn't got to that
It
point.
shouldn't.
But at the end of the day, your kid should not be out
Why
at
was
4 o'clock
he?
in the morning trying to steal cars. So
Yeah.
I can see
Well,
from both
I don't
sides,
know. Well, we
but
don't really know if he was really breaking into cars. That's the thing. That's what the person said.
but
And
they already stole their car though.
but we don't know that. They really haven't even put all that together. All of this stuff is allegedly. They haven't even sorted it
Well,
out.
this is what I gotta say. If it's true,
Yeah.
shame on the parents. And I'm sorry, but the guy. I understand him trying to protect his neighbor's property and stuff.
But
I
it's not
understand that.
his problem.
It is for me. If somebody's breaking into my house, I would want somebody to be like, "Oh, hold on, you're not supposed to be in my house." You know, he probably didn't even realize that the kid was 13. He probably thought it was a grown man or something. Because some
He was
teenagers they're
little.
tall,
He was short. I could show you guys a picture of him. He was actually pretty short. He didn't
but
even look like a man.
He was just like, I don't
I
trust these little niggas. I'm
hey,
going.
that's I would
Mm.
I probably would have done the same because
No,
if it's
mama.
okay, so
You say
around
that
here, no, no,
now,
no,
If
no,
he's
no,
but
not
listen,
touching your
listen,
property, call
mm,
the police.
listen.
Don't get hurt
Around
out
here,
here.
we had where there were teenagers that kept stealing cars over and over and over and over.
Does this look like a man to y'all?
yeah, no, that's
No,
yeah.
Okay.
He was like this
That's it.
little gang member. I'm gonna take him out.
He's
I'm gonna
just a little
stop
kid.
him. Yeah,
But they
well,
did say that this kid was really quiet. He didn't make any trouble at school. So this was literally just a mistake that he made that he had to suffer the consequences of, sadly. But
but hopefully this puts his friends to stop doing that and
because now,
do it
yes.
as a warning for them. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry,
that's
like I said before, parents need to start watching their kids a lot more and realize and stop being like, oh, here's a phone, call me whenever if something's good night. I mean, I get up and whenever I gotta use the bathroom, I go check out my kids, make sure they're there. I count one, two, three. Okay, we're good. Now count the cats. 1, 2, always 7. Yep, we're good. But
She said all the way to 7. But yeah, no, and I understand that, yes. The parents should have known where their 13-year-old son was on what day was it? I want to say it was a Friday because it was like the weekend.
especially a Saturday morning, you shouldn't be out and about Friday night, Saturday morning. I'm sorry, that's
where
when
kids
the worst things
take that.
happen.
I
There's no
just
Like,
found
business.
something really interesting when
hmm?
going through the images of little dude. He um he went missing back in 2021. I knew
Mhm.
I had seen his little face before. He went missing.
Okay, so he's a
So
trouble kid.
there's something deeper to this
Yeah.
because
He's probably running
He
away.
probably was a runaway.
he
Well,
was
run away.
11.
Like think about it. For young boys, especially young black boys,
Mhm.
that masculinity can like lead you into a lot of different avenues with your friends, and problems at home will lead you to running away, hanging with your friends. So like, I mean, it's a sad situation. I still don't want to like blame them. Of course, they shouldn't be stealing cars or doing anything type of wrong.
Yeah.
But think about again, fuck the justice system the way it is. But think about if you had the time to roll up on somebody and shoot somebody that's not in your house, that's not presenting a physical danger. You also we're in the age of cell phones. It's not like you have to go run to
Yeah.
get the house phone.
Yeah, take a picture.
Yeah, you could took pictures. You could took the license plate. You could have been surveilling the whole time while calling the police. Like
Hmm.
you could have got them. You could have fired a warning shot to get them to run away. You could
Thank
have did all kinds of shit. But you wanted to play Gran Torino
you.
and
Yeah. Like this isn't like a movie like where you just run outside and just pop, pop, pop. Because he shot him multiple times, not just once.
mm,
They said they even found like bullets in the cars, like bullet
damn.
holes.
Damn. So it
Like
definitely wasn't even
you are
protecting
doing
property.
too fucking
Yeah.
much. Like that child, vigilante, stop. Okay, unless you really see an actual present of a threat, you don't need to leave your house. You don't need to shoot or stab or hit nobody. That is only if you see, like, I can see if you saw them beating some person up and kicking them, go out there, bust some ass, okay? But now, I don't know, like I was saying before we got on here, I don't know if this person went home or not. I will tell you one thing, a lot of my neighbors have rings. All you had to do was wait for these neighbors come outside, see if their car was broken into, and they could go in their ring and see what the fuck happened. Okay. He didn't have to come out. Vigilantes, use your brain. Okay. Actually, we shouldn't even have vigilantes. We're not in Gotham City. Okay. Because
Well,
people don't
depending
know
where
how
you're
to do
at,
it.
though.
People don't know how to
Yeah,
do it. If you don't know how to be a vigilante the right way, don't be one.
but
Because
that's the
now you're going to
thing.
end up like this man who is a government employee, which is why they're protecting
Mm,
him. Okay.
mm,
They're the mayor and all of them are protecting this man. They have not released his name. They have not released his
mm,
photo. Okay.
mm.
So that's why a lot of people here are pissed
Oh,
because
let's
you
even yeah.
blast and post every other person that
Mm,
kills somebody. Post this person too. This was somebody's child. This was somebody's best friend. This was somebody's brother. And you just walked out your house and killed them. And and here in DC, it's actually against the law to do a morning shot, but I would have took that jail time just to make sure that that child went home.
yeah, I was gonna say it's probably more illegal to just shoot somebody unprovoked. Like
But yeah, no, it's just not okay.
I'm
It's
not
not.
completely against vigilantism in the sense of
No,
like,
I'm saying if you see something that warrants you to really come out there, go
yeah,
out there, but don't do it if it's not your shit.
yeah, yeah, like
That's
he's a government employee. It clearly was the police energy in him that made him want to get away with murder. He
he
was
ain't
really
even
like,
police. That's
I
the
know, but I'm
thing.
saying, like on some like George Zimmerman shit. Like
Yeah,
I always
yeah,
wanted to
literally.
be the
That we
enforcer.
thought he was white. We thought he was a white man. Okay. You should have seen how pissed everybody was. But then we're even more pissed that it was a black person that did it though. And then you not even putting them out there. That's what's making us even more mad. Because this, like I said, he wasn't bothering your property. You can't defend other people's property. You're not paid to do that. Okay. If you have a concealed carry, please
They said
reread your safety instructions.
they said
Because
that the official said the man went outside with his registered gun and shot the boy following interaction.
he probably said stop. And he said what? And he shot him.
Mm.
Because
Yeah,
that boy
especially
had no gun.
and for that many
They
So
said
bullets.
oh no
Yeah.
no no they said they found him performing CPR on the boy when they arrived at the scene in the northeast of the
you
city.
shot him. Why are you pushing all the blood out? Are you fucking
He
serious?
he wanted
You
he
don't
wanted
do
a cover
CPR when
story.
somebody's shot.
Yeah, he wanted a cover story. You don't shoot that many bullets and then do CPR afterwards unless you're like, wait, I might go to jail for this. That's what it did. He was like, he was amped. He was ready to shoot.
Like you shouldn't have, like, sir, I know you in my vicinity, but you wrong. You're dead ass wrong, sir. And I want you to know that from somebody in your neighborhood. You dead ass wrong. You should have just let the police handle this, and all of this would have never happened. The reason them having to protect your ass would have never happened. But you know what? Let's go to our next commercial break. We'll talk about this another time. Mhm. Let's travel to a world of holistic health and witchy wellness. Wild is a homeopathic-based business that strives to provide high-quality, handmade essential oil and holistic products. Our goal is to supply you with your everyday essentials, whether you are on the go or relaxing at home. We dedicate ourselves to finding the right blends and products for you and your family. Shop at Wild.
So for our next topic is Trina Daniels, Melvin O'Neill, and when the rape culture clown comes back to bite. Now, if you haven't heard this like deranged ass story, let me tell you. But Trina Daniels' 30-year-old son Melvin O'Neill is a serial rapist whom she's bailed out, for his most recent arrest of sexually assaulting a kid. And all of last year in September, she even made a Facebook prayer post praying against her son's victims and accusers, and encouraging other mothers to pray the same prayer of protection for their sons exclusively. But then just over a week ago, he had all this demonic smoke for his mom, despite all of the fucking, energy of weapons not being formed against him that his mother prayed. Like he came to her house, they were laughing and talking and everything like that. But then when they got into an argument, he lured her to the bathroom, beat her black and blue.
I do know this.
Yeah. And then sexually assaulted her while threatening to kill her. The
I
one
share.
person who's been in his corner this whole time.
Yeah.
And now personally, I don't want to victim blame Trina and or imply that it's like you can do something deserving of rape, but it's more so how sad is it? How unfortunate it is that like we will sometimes protect our loved ones to a fault until finally the evil is turned on us. But I want to know what y'all guys think about this like demented ass case.
I didn't realize that I had shared that story like a couple of days ago, actually, with her pictures and everything.
Mhm.
I remember 2 days ago when I saw that, I was like, the fuck is it? I had to share it because I was like, nah, that is demonic. Okay. That, like, how do you even get sexually aroused for your mama?
Well, let's not forget there's a whole kink like that out there. But this man is such a demon, and he's so entitled that
Yeah.
even his mom bailing him out and always defending him wasn't enough.
Yeah.
For there to even be an argument, for her not to even fully always agree with him, turned
But
that rape
see,
onto him.
I feel like him and his girlfriend set her up because the girlfriend left and said she would come back to pick him up because I believe they were arguing.
But don't forget too, if he's sexually assaulting random women, he's probably also sexually assaulting her too. So she probably wants some space, some
Yeah,
freedom from him too.
to get away. Yeah. But you know what? That's demonic. And this is why, like, I'm a part of the group of the boy moms are being weird. Okay.
They do be.
Because sometimes I I've seen this a lot. You know, you'll see people make posts about this is my man and it's their
That's
little
weird.
2-year-old son. That's weird. Okay, that's not your man, that's your son. Okay. I believe that it starts with the emotional molestation.
So
It
for me, I do have a son, and he's adorable, and I love him to death. And yeah, sometimes he gets away with things. But
it ain't the
like
same.
when, because I did breastfeed him. So one day he just came up to me and he just squeezed my boob and was like, boobs. And I'm like, no, I don't feed you from these anymore, so you can't touch. And then, or he'll get excited about his food, and he's like, look, ma. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Uh,
baby, you
4.
cover that. Yeah, he's 4. But I'm like, no, cover that. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to teach him now that he could, I don't care if he could be free in his box or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
care. And if he wants to be a nudist when he gets older, whatever. More power to him. But right now I'm trying to teach him that to respect the female's body, to respect his body. And I tell him like, don't let just anybody touch your meat. And he's like, okay. So one time I tried cleaning him, he goes, don't be touching my week.
All right, little man.
I'm like,
That's right.
I'm like this. But you have poop on it, so mommy's gonna clean it. And he's like, okay. So, and I do that with the girls too. Like when they go to the doctor,
Hmm.
the doc, I love their doctor because their doctor asks each one of them, even Jack at 4, is it okay for me to touch?
Yeah.
Your mom will give me permission because I am your doctor.
Yeah.
So is it okay? And then Leah will be like, yeah. And I'll be like, go ahead. Leah Emma probably like not even in the thing. And Jack is like, uh-huh, but no wiki. And then she goes, okay, I won't look at that. And then he looks up, he goes, Mommy, she could look at my wiki. I was like, yeah, she can. But if you want to, and then he's like, okay. So that you just gotta teach them young, like to respect other people's body and their own. And
Consent.
even if you could dress him up and be like, oh, look at our little man.
Yeah.
Not, oh, this is
Yeah.
my man.
My man. Exactly.
No, look
Exactly.
at my little man. Because
Hmm.
he is, going to be a man when he gets older. But
Yeah.
my man, no, my man means you're possessive of this. And I'm sorry to whoever girlfriend got to be with that because you're going to have a hard time with their
Ooh,
mother-in-law. Mm-mm.
It's true.
man, talk about it. Cause them dudes whose mamas let them get away with
The
everything
major mama.
and they got the mommy issue. Cause I done had them that done had that.
Right now,
Lord,
Jack does have.
it's just they grow up to be assholes. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right
But
now, Jack does have is a mama's boy. Because he'll make sure like
Not the same.
nobody touches me. He goes, that's my mommy. But he's also 4.
But that's yeah, he's 4. But once he hits 7, 8, no, I'm gonna say about 12. You think 5, he not gonna be doing that no more? I
he
think
He
at
has
better
to
12,
not.
learn
I
he's
wisdom.
gonna
mean,
stop being he's never gonna stop being protective over you, but he will stop being so clingy eventually. Yeah. So
Hopefully.
I, no, he gonna stop being clingy. But
okay.
no, seriously though, like it's a
So
lot of uh,
how much money you want to put into that he be clingy by 12?
50.
50? Okay. Tristan, you
Damn.
want to get in this action?
No,
I
I
got
just got
years,
a
so I know
job.
I've had $50.
You put whatever amount. I'm gonna be making bank here.
Oh, but
Mm.
no, seriously, like a lot of women have to realize that your child is not your man.
But you
Okay?
know what? A
He
lot
is
of
your
them do
kid.
that because of the fact that their man is not in the picture, and this is
Find
the
one.
thing
Bumble.
to their ex.
Hinge. Plenty of fish, baby. It's a lot of dating sites out here. Go to the club, go to the theater, go to a charity event. You
Go
will
to the movie
find
theater.
a man.
Well, it's the fact they don't have a man, or they're also trying to raise what they would like. If they have a
What
conception of a perfect man, then they're trying to raise the perfect man. But on top of that, I don't want to even just put it just on mothers because, like, look at Tory Lane's dad when he was preaching all that shit about Tory Lane. It was the same energy.
But
All
also,
those
Tory Lane's dad didn't even raise him.
exactly his absentee father. He came
So,
on some Drake's dad shit. Came back in when the money's looking good. But
yeah. Because he
all the
kicked him
men.
out at like, what, 14?
Mhm.
Tory Lane's dad, no, 13, 14, something like that. He kicked him out and sent him to live with the grandmama. Grandmama couldn't do shit with him. So sent his ass on to another relative. That relative couldn't do nothing with him. They kicked his ass to the streets. Okay.
Yeah, and then they surprised that Megan got fucking shot at. But like all the men who are like doing the disinformation about Megan, all the men who are in love with Andrew Tate, it's this energy of like let's praise and give automatic respect and you know forgiveness to men because like we see something in them that we would want that same type of respect, but then like judge women. Like these same guys are the same ones to be like, oh, a woman's Instagram and she's cheating, this, that, and the other. Like all this extra judgment and like
Mhm.
because you're creating this imbalance that like you feel like women are more protective and they don't give men chances. Like it's when they give men chances, they do the most. They rape their own mothers. They like kill women. They shoot women and then expect
In
apologies
their
and get
fucking
mad.
ankle.
Get
Yeah.
like
I wish we had talked about that bullshit. What you expecting an apology for, sir?
yeah,
Uh-uh.
like
But no. It, it, but I don't know. I don't know how she actually raised that man because she could have raised him the right way without making him feel like he was her man and da da da.
You see
He
a
could
lot of
have
it's,
grown
it's
up
that
really
religious
smart, but
forgiveness.
it was something that his brain clicked and
It's still
he
yeah. It's
yeah.
still in her brain too. Like on
Mm.
some I'm raising my son like in the example of Jesus. So like I can always forgive him, but like the people who want to put him in prison, they're the real instruments of the devil. And it's like what your true problem is with the justice system because like the prison system is brutal. And instead of us saying like we need to like do like rehabilitation, like you're just like, as long as the ones I love don't go to prison, I don't care about anyone else who doesn't.
anybody else. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna have to go to our commercial. Y'all wonder why y'all single, y'all men that's like this. You wonder why you single. The reason why you're single is because nobody wants to deal with that bullshit. Nobody wants to deal with your baggage that's extra fucking heavy, okay, from your mama. I'm going to commercial break. All right. Next. Let's travel to a world of holistic health and witchy wellness. Wild is a homeopathic-based business that strives to provide high-quality, handmade essential oil and holistic products. Our goal is to supply you with your everyday essentials, whether you are on the go or relaxing at home. We dedicate ourselves to finding the right blends and products for you and your family. Shop at Wild.
Hey y'all, welcome back from our commercial break. My topic is why don't people tip when they don't want to do the job? So I was doing DoorDash with somebody and they were getting excited about $5 jobs and I'm like, how much you getting tipped? And they're like, oh, I got tipped like $3. And I'm like,
Mm.
especially when they live like 2 minutes away, it's like, okay, you're being lazy and you don't even want to give it. because he got like I think $1 tip or maybe that. And I'm like, you could have walked your butt to the store and get it yourself. Why are you spending all this money to get it delivered? And then you don't even want to tip about it? That's why like a lot of people get upset. They're like, oh, we're not getting our food fast enough because da. I'm like, well, did you tip? No. These people are wasting their gas trying to make extra money, and they're barely making enough. They have to do like 13 or 14 deliveries to make close to $50, $60. And I'm sorry, to me, that is not worth it. I'd rather go get a simple job and suffer at a fast food restaurant for 3 hours. By the way, McDonald's, thank you, because might apply to McDonald's because you get paid the same day. And I just need enough for gas. That's all. So I'll work for one day for y'all. Oh, wait, you get paid the same day. And I'm like, oh yeah.
I didn't
I
know
still never
that.
do fast food though, but yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do fast food, but I know if I need an extra like 60
Mm,
$70,
yeah,
I better
true.
go hit that up.
So
And get
I'm gonna explain why, like, I feel like that's a little tad bit skewed there. So I understand what you're saying, and I definitely get it.
and I think DoorDash should pay more for their basic because their
There you
basic
go.
pay
Mm,
is two
Y'all got to
dollars
be
and twenty
mad at
five cents.
DoorDash.
yeah.
But
Can't
also,
be mad. No, no, no. Listen, I have limited funds, and sometimes I can't get downstairs. Like when I had surgery and stuff, I couldn't get downstairs and cook. So if I wanted to order something and I know I have limited funds, but I'm really hungry and there's no one available to like cook me something, yeah, I am gonna actually like
but you
order.
still have to go downstairs either way to pick
No,
up
I
the
don't.
food.
I don't. Someone else will go downstairs and get the food for
But
me.
nobody's home.
I didn't say nobody was home. I said
Oh,
nobody was available to cook.
well, then you learn how to go cook.
Not with surgery. I couldn't
Not
lift.
you,
But see, it's a lot of disabled people that use these services. So you have to
Mm,
understand that their money is limited and they might not be
mm,
feeling too good where they can walk 2 minutes down the street, where they can go and sit in line. They might be immunocompromised, where they can't even be around people. Like I get my groceries delivered. I don't even have to do a tip because Walmart, I don't know what they do or how they do it, but I've never had to tip. But you have
but
to
you're
take
paying for
into
the service for the
consideration,
year.
yeah,
no,
Walmart
not
doesn't like their workers
for
getting
month.
tipped, so you gotta
So
pay them.
it's monthly for
Yeah.
me. Huh?
No, I said Walmart doesn't. I used to work at Walmart. They don't like you taking tips if you work there. You gotta like
Mm,
you
see,
gotta sneak that shit.
yeah. But I mean, like the delivery drivers and stuff, like th- I don't have to tip them, but I do tip. So, and I've had lots of times when I tip real good. And you know what? They fucked up my food. My food was cold. It took an hour and a half to get to my house.
Mm.
But that's because
Even when
sometimes,
I'm
like for me,
good tips,
no,
or I'll
for
put
no,
in.
no. For me, if I want like Domino's, there's one 5 minutes away,
Mhm.
but my order does not go to that one. They go to the one that's 15, 20 minutes away. So by the time it gets to my
Change
house,
it.
I have to check. That's what I'm saying. No,
Change
you
it.
can't.
Why
It
can't you
depends
change it?
on just like we did an order. We
Because it
picked up,
should be the closest one to you.
but also you gotta also think about where not just the closest one to you, but if it's like there's a cheesecake factory in Virginia Beach. There's not one in Norfolk. So if somebody in Norfolk wants it, they're gonna get the food cold because it's gonna
Okay,
take
that's
a while
cool,
to
but
get.
my shit's here in DC and around the corner. So my shit shouldn't be cold, okay? When I had
They probably make that shit
Oh,
and
it's
have it
because I did
sitting.
that. When I have when I order stuff, I don't order it from like 3,000 miles away. It's always the stuff that's in my vicinity because that's the stuff I like to eat. But I've had DoorDash orders that came horrible. And one time the dude tried to take my damn soda. okay, that was in the bag. So no, like I'll tip you, but just try your hardest to get your ass over, okay? And make sure my is nice and hot because I'm giving my money. And also,
But it's
I
not all.
usually give
It's
cash
not just
tips,
them. It's
so it don't even
also.
go through the processing server. I give
But it's.
cash.
But thing is, it's also the restaurant too, because
It is,
sometimes the
but
food will be ready before you even get an alert, and by the time you get there, they don't feel
yeah,
like.
but they should put it in the hot and cold bag and not on their car floor in the plastic bag. That's why they give them that. But they're not doing it. Because how do I know? Because I see it. I see them when they come out the car and it's just the bag instead of being in the hot and cold bag. You're not doing the job correctly, but you're expecting people to give you the damn money that they earn. But you're not even doing the job correct. Like, there are people who, if they don't get tipped, they eat the people food. That's not your food. That's not yours. Now, let me tell you
Like
something. You eat
Instacart.
my food, I'm gonna fucking
Cart.
find you.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
find you
Instacart
Facebook. I'm gonna
actually.
find you Twitter, your Instagram. I'm good at that. Okay.
Anyways, on Instagram, Instacart, they're actually a rule now because people would want it to be at the door to pick up their stuff, but they don't
Mhm,
want to come get it. So a lot of people they
mhm.
wait at least 10 to 15 minutes in their vehicle, which costs them money, waiting for the people to come and pick up their food.
What?
Because okay, so there's two
Because I'm.
ways. You can either deliver it to the person, or you
Mhm.
could get it left at the door.
Yeah.
So for those that want to deliver in person,
Mhm.
if they don't come to the door within 10, 15 minutes,
Well, that's the choice
and the
they make.
store, hold on, but in the store won't take the food back.
And that's, look, if the person never came to the door, that's fine. But I'm talking about while they're on their way to the person, they will take a picture, show it to them that they're eating their food. And that's fucked up. That's
They
fucked
probably
Oh,
up.
that's
probably
fire.
saw the tip and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
$1? Fuck you,
Fuck
nigga.
you and we'll eat your food.
Listen,
Be happy for a tip because people ain't got money out here, boo.
But
I
I'm
These
sorry,
I
if
empathize
you're
with
if
bro.
you're
$8.
spend if you're
Eggs
spending
are
if you're
$8.
spending over if you're spending over $60 and you could give a dollar tip,
Who's spending
there's
sixty
something
dollars on
wrong.
DoorDash?
I don't know. Them shits be getting
No,
expensive.
the food is expensive because like if you try to order something from McDonald's on DoorDash, the price is not the same as you going to McDonald's.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
that's
it's
actually
why.
extra
actually
charge.
expensive.
That's why if
That's
you
what I'm
use the
saying.
app, you can get it delivered by DoorDash.
But that's what I said. You're I can't stand the people that are spending a lot of money on this food and
Mhm.
yet they can't give you a dollar.
It's
Okay, but you're also
we
not entitled to tips. Tips are not mandatory. Now, I can see if the tips were mandatory, cool. But this is not mandatory. If we go to other countries, they don't even have a tipping system. You don't have to do that. The
really
UK, they
yeah.
just pay their people what they're supposed to be paid instead of making the people that are working for you have to sit up there and beg for tips, go to people's door and be rude. You cannot do that
I mean, but
and then
that
expect someone to give you money. You can't do that. You can't be a horrible person and then be like, oh, I ain't get no tip though. Well, yeah, because you came up here talking about something. How come I ain't get this tip? How you know I ain't had cash in my hand to give you?
I'm
Because
not
that's what
too
I do.
yeah. I'm not too mad at that still though. To me, the real enemy is capitalism. Because the reason why in America tipping is so bad the way it is because the history of tipping when it came here is like emancipated black people, recently freed black people, they
Mhm.
were paid just tips. They didn't get no minimum wage. And even today, the minimum wage for like tipped workers is just $2 and like 13 cents an hour. Like
Mhm.
Yeah,
so like we have a system where like the
crazy.
National Restaurant Association like keeps lobbying Congress on behalf of these like companies
Mhm.
and restaurants and everything, and these chains to keep that shit low. We need to fucking find a way to like unite as workers, as a working class, because both sides of it, especially after the pandemic, we hurting financially.
Yeah.
So those of us who's buying from cheaper places, we don't have the extra money to tip like that. And niggas who work at these places, they feel spiteful and they might eat your food or spit in it and shit like that because they're getting the shit end of the thing. At the end of the day, they need to pay niggas a living wage and
Mm,
fucking stop treating them like they ain't shit. For real, for real.
yeah, definitely. But I'll say this as our last thing. I used to work for a company where I did get tips, and what I was trained to do, because I was a tour guide, was say, if you enjoyed my service and my tour, you guys can tip me if you would like. I got tips, and you know what? I would go and be able to eat my lunch, but it's the way you do it. You feel me? Like, you can't just be brash. Like, everybody is struggling. Everybody is. People are working from home and they cannot leave their room, the room, the computer. They can't do it to get their food. So if that person was 2 minutes away from the restaurant, they might have been working from home. And did you guys have to wait for them to come to the door for a
No,
little bit?
no,
They
they
were
wanted to
at the
drop
door?
off.
Okay. So they didn't even come to the door. So they were probably working, more than likely. So we have to take in consideration that everybody has a life. Not everybody has the time to go out to eat, to even walk or drive down to get some food. It's easier to continue doing your work and just and wait for your food to get there. And they might have had a bill that was higher than last month. So they don't have enough money to tip, but they needed their food. But that's all I got. Let's go to our last commercial. Let's travel to a world of holistic health and witchy wellness. Baywild is a homeopathic-based business that strives to provide high-quality, handmade essential oil and holistic products. Our goal is to supply you with your everyday essentials, whether you are on the go or relaxing at home. We dedicate ourselves to finding the right blends and products for you and your family. Shop at Baywild. A to Z Creations is a Black woman-owned business that creates customized items such as rolling trays, clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more. All right, y'all, it's time for promotions. So, as you guys know, I am making an app called Brighter Day. It is going to be a mental health awareness app that's going to be merged with social media. So, I do have an Indiegogo for it that will be in the description in the box below. I'm also here to promote Boxy, which is a home decor subscription service that ships beautiful items once a month to your home. If you hate going to the store and not being able to decide on what to get out of all the choices, then this is definitely the subscription box for you. Use my code 10OFF Queen Pedii. That's also linked below in the description box to get $10 off of your first box. Next, I want to promote my book, A Puppy Journey, Pet's World. It's about my emotional support animal and how she saw the world through her eyes. You can purchase it on Amazon. Last, I want to promote my blog, Queen Pedii Writes. You can find articles, craft videos, reviews, and more.
Yeah, I'm Nina, and I sell Mary Kay. I sell cosmetics and skincare. So if you got sensitive skin or your blemishes or you just want to look a little younger, then I am your girl. My website is going to be below in the link, and you just click it and let me know. Also, I want to promote one of my best friend, aka Big Brother, Jaden Winchester book. It
Yeah.
just came out today, or during this recording
Today, the
today,
17th. I'm
the
sorry.
17th. If you don't know, he did write a book about another book. His first book came out last year called Artemis. This year is a new series. It's called Nature Calls Spring. It is really, really immersive. His writing, you just you start reading and you want to eat it. You want to keep going, going, going. So awesome book, and join his groups on Facebook.
Yes.
It's lovely books.
And it's your boy Tryst. And I just wanted to, I was typing actually to Jaden just now. My bad. But again, it's your boy Tryst, and I wanted to, just shout out all of the charities, the nonprofits, the mutual aids that I work with, Washington Square Park Mutual Aid, EV Loves NYC, and Believe New York, all that they do for people in the community. If you can support, donate, join, all the links gonna be below. There's also my channel, Holy Baloney Jabroni, that I'm out here making content on as well. Hopefully I'll still be able to do all that while I'm working. I'll make time somewhere. But just wanted to say I love you guys. I appreciate this team. And no matter what, it's always a Captain Trip.
Alrighty. So, you guys, don't forget to follow our Patreon, follow our Twitch, follow all of our socials, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
See you.
This is not your normal session.